Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to I don't even know what session we're on of Stone's Whisper. Um, 7?
Yep.
Sounds about right. Uh, there we go. So who would like to give us the recap for the day?
Gee, I wonder.
She who takes notes. Okay.
If no one else really wants to. One moment. I take too many notes. I get lost in them. Okay. So yes, last session, I believe we started off in a jail cell. We had been arrested for the murder of someone whose name I forget, but it was someone we were
Ackerly
sent here to
Randall.
see. Pardon?
Ackerly Randall.
Yes, that was on the tip of my tongue. Um, So yes, we were arrested for his murder, as there is some very unfortunate timing with some guards walking in as Hal was pulling a dagger out of his chest. We found him dead, to be fair. Um, so we were woken up by some guards. He said that we would be brought before Sir Isteval to speak for our crimes. He's a pretty well-known figure, the Lord of Daggerford, and a pretty important man on the North Sword Coast. So we waited around for a bit before we were brought to him. And There's so many things I'm skipping over that I feel like are not relevant. Um, so we went into the sort of throne room, but not quite, but close enough. And he was there, and there was a second chair next to his, with this kind of very beautiful woman sitting in it, dressed in fine clothes. She was kind of draped over him. But to no one's knowledge was he married or in any kind of relationship. He actually seems historically to be kind of averse to the whole thing, so it was strange seeing that. So we had them cast Zone of Truth, and we pled our case, saying that it wasn't us. The body had been dead for days. We'd only been there for a few minutes. We were here to contact him. Blah 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 blah. We pled our case, um, and the woman next to him seemed to convince him that somehow we had tricked the Zone of Truth, and we were too powerful, and we are now guilty of not only murder but also with tampering with magic. And that was his declaration. The guards seemed shocked, but he was in charge, so they took us back off to jail. Um, we were kind of there for the day, and we talked to some of the guards, and even they seemed kind of unsure about the ruling. Um, so they said they were going to go reinvestigate. There's something weird about the new medical examiner anyway. Everything just kind of wasn't adding up. So they stepped away, go do that. And then we were approached by a man named Ethan Dawson, Mr. Lawson, who was here to assist us. He was going to be our lawyer. He was an interesting figure. And we decided, or rather, Hal decided, why the fuck not? So Hal decided to pay this man to look into our case. And so off he went. And I think we just kind of spent most of the day in the jail cell before a guard approached us who wanted to ask us a few questions without our attorney present. We agreed, which for the kids at home, never do that. Um, this is Fantasyland. It's fine. Yeah. It's fine in Fantasyland. Never speak to the police without your attorney present. Anyway,
Also, don't hire a sketchy lawyer.
yeah. Get your lawyer. Don't say shit. No, absolutely stick with that lawyer. He'll kill everyone to get you off. It's great. You'll be in more trouble, but it'll be fun trouble. Anyway, so the guard named Derek returned and said that he found that we'd been truthful with all the details. And he let us know that there was a tavern here in town that people had reported seeing us at over the last few days. But interestingly, only one at a time. So that was, some more red flags. He seemed to believe us, and he said that he found the rings in the letter from Lady Cassandra that kind of corroborated our story. Um, and we started asking about Kylie. He said she got to town a couple weeks ago, around when the gargoyle attack started happening. Anyway, yes, very convenient. Um, I think at that point our lawyer returned saying that there's good news and there's bad news. The good news is he's managed to get Hal eggs for breakfast. The bad news was that Sir Istval was being uncharacteristically obtuse and absolutely insisted on hanging us in the morning. Um, so that's great. So yeah, yeah, it's all about the little ones, I guess. Hal's final meal will be eggs. So at about 4 in the morning, Derek returned, looking exhausted. He said that they've been investigating and believe we're innocent. But Sir Istval has been absolutely unwilling to hear any further evidence, anything like that, and we are slated to be hanged in the morning. He then asked to see the little mouse we had with us, and when he handed the mouse back, it was holding on to the key to the cell. And he kind of just said, the guards have been told not to do the rounds, so we can say our prayers or whatever. And so he leaves. So we unlocked the cell, made our way out. I believe we got our stuff and sent Ava to go scoot around the manor, the castle, the whatever, to go see what she could find. So she darted off, I believe, invisible, psychically linked, and blessed with the trickster to go scoot around the house. She looked in some rooms and eventually found the Lord's room, and Kylie was in there with him. Well, looked similar to Kylie, but it was clearly a succubus, to everyone's shock. Who could have seen that coming? So Ava sent a telepathic message downstairs to the rest of us, letting us know what was going on. And so we made our way up there. On the way there, scaring the shit out of a kitchen lady. Hal dropped his eggs. That's another tragedy,
How's that? The good news.
Yeah, Hal's eggs were unfortunate, a casualty of war. But I think we convinced her not to say anything, and so she kind of scurried off. So anyway, we ran upstairs. We entered the top floor, and we sort of all got into the room and began fighting Kylie. Unfortunately, Sir Istval did wake up and was trying to swing on us. But as the others kind of took down Kylie, I managed to dispel the charm on him, and then he stabbed her in the chest and killed her. And I believe we ended off with all of us sort of gathered around this battle on the Lord's bed.
That's
So I think like there's like 3 of us sitting on the bed, and now a murdered succubus. So that's good. And that's that.
that's that. Excellent. That is a great recap. Thank you so much.
You're
And
welcome. Thank you. Thank you. There's more than one way to make someone willing, and one of them is really morally sketchy, but okay sometimes. Beautiful.
all right, so here we go. This week I can actually move us about from maps to maps, and I've checked my character sheets open, so woohoo!
Ooh.
Internet is back. So yes, you guys, we ended last week with the group of you sort of stood around. Sir Istval has just driven his great sword through the succubus's heart, and he sort of stands over her for a moment, sort of just like taking in the scene and what the hell just happened. He it's like his brain is taking a moment to readjust, and you kind of see a bunch of emotions going over his face, um, just sort of really rapidly as he's figuring out what's going on. The predominant one is sort of shame and embarrassment, and he sort of says, I can't believe I didn't recognize her for what she was. After all
I
these
mean,
years, like that can trick me like that.
succubi are, that's kind of the whole thing, though, right? I don't think anyone's going to blame you.
And
If
how
anyone, the
did you
people
know?
around you should have helped you out with that.
How did you figure it out? How did you know?
Um,
And on that note, I mean, seriously, you're a paladin. That was unacceptable. You can
Oh,
detect. You can literally just detect when a fiend is nearby, and I just gesture at him and gesture at the corpse.
She took me in with like,
ooh.
He was going to hang us in like an hour.
And look, here we are, unhang. You're not hanging us still, right? I'm just double checking.
uh,
If you are,
no,
I want my eggs.
we'll postpone the hanging, certainly.
If you are, I'd love you to turn around for a moment so I can leave.
We do need to determine that you are not, in fact, guilty of the crimes you have been charged with. I find myself very confused as to what was true and what was not.
You know what? That's yes. I can do that right now.
I think we shall go with your original request. I shall ask the the priestess of Timora to cast a zone of truth spell. That way, I fear my magics have obviously come into question of late, and you'll pardon me for saying it, madam, but you have ulterior motives to cast improperly as well.
That's fair. I will just say we could have just left. Here we are, free. We could have just took off. We came back.
Indeed, this speaks well of you, and
Okay.
it shall be noted at your trial.
Well, back to the cells we go.
Is your priestess of Tamora? She's been here a long time. Yes, you've known her for ages.
Yes, for many years. Her reputation is beyond reproach.
Well, I
Well,
mean, so was
as,
its.
as lot much as beyond reproach as a priestess of Timora can be. We shall.
Well, now, okay, listen here. I personally find Timora very trustworthy.
He sort of says that I need a minute. You do not need to go back to cells, but you do need to stay um, under guard until we establish your guilt or innocence. I will call for the guards now and inform them of the situation. And
Sure.
and he does so. He calls the guards. The guards come, and he tells them to set you up with some rooms rather than the cells. Allow you to get yourselves washed up, and he will take a moment and order a new trial that will be done this morning instead of the hanging. And then, but they're not stopping work on the guillotine, not the guillotine, the hangman's
The
platform,
gallows.
the gallows. Thank you, man. My brain just stopped. They won't stop work on the gallows just in case.
Oh,
And
God. Telepathically to Ava, I was kind of hoping he'd let us stay in his room longer.
and with that, yeah. So you guys are given a sort of nicer place to stay. It's still a jail technically, but this time it's a jail with a fluffy bed and, like I said, some a wash station to wash yourselves, and it's a lot more comfortable. They bring you breakfast. How you get your eggs.
Oh, thank God.
He was gonna cause a serious shitstorm if he didn't get his eggs. So
And you're in there for not very long before there's a knock on the door, and in comes uh, Mr. Lawson.
Oh, God.
And he says, I did it, folks. I got you a new trial.
Oh, how did you pull that one off?
Well, I went and I spoke with all manner of people and did some investigating. And when I came back here, they were so impressed with my work, they said they'd rescheduled your trial. So you shall not be hung this morning, at least anyway. We're gonna get this figured out. Don't you worry. I've also convinced them that they should have a priestess of Timora cast the spell this time. None of Siristaval and his what the hell's going on with him nonsense. So all in
You
all,
truly
I
are a
think
miracle worker.
I am. I have done all manner of things in your employ. I'd like you to remember that when it comes to the tip. And he winks at Hal.
Oh god.
I mean, honestly, I am impressed. He's moved heaven and earth to get us a fair second trial.
Yes, he did all the hard work. No, we've been in here the whole time.
I even got you your eggs, Hal.
You did. They salted them too. I'm telling you, it was worth the investment.
Truly, the gods have blessed us this day.
Oh, well, let's just hope Timora keeps thinking of you in a favorable way, because we're gonna go talk to her later on. We're gonna go to her temple. No more of us bringing her here. And we shall make sure that that's zone of truth. And now just all I need you to do is just don't be guilty.
That's the
Answer
name of the game, isn't it?
Answer the questions to the best of your abilities. And remember, you're under a zone of truth spell, so don't incriminate yourselves. Sometimes it's
Yes.
best to say nothing. Just want to put that out there. If you don't have anything nice to say, if you don't have anything honest to say, just don't say nothing at all. Keep your trap shut. Everyone understand me?
Yes.
Perfect. And then not long later, you are taken from to the Temple of Timora, where the priestess there casts the spell. I looked everywhere for a picture of a lucky temple, either interior or exterior, and there was just nothing good. So we're going to stay on the Daggerford map because, yeah, there's nothing that worked. Anyway, she casts a spell. It is the priestess is. She looks actually a little bit like the image on the coin of Tamara that is on the front at the front of the church, and that is sort of everywhere. Tamara's symbol being a coin, and you're not sure if maybe things have just been carved to lean that way a little bit. Maybe they've been carved to look like her rather than she just happens to look like this coin.
Can I compare it to the one that I'm wearing?
Yeah, there's definite differences. But she she seems happy enough to cast the spell. You keep an eye on her, and she does seem to be casting it. And Cora, you're capable of casting this spell, so you recognize that she is casting it correctly. This is a zone of truth spell, and it will hold. And she steps into it, and she asks all of you to step into the circle as well. And then she holds up a piece of paper and says, "I've been given a list of questions to ask of you." And I wrote out a list of questions here that I'm going to ask of you. Oh, it's the one called questions. That helps. Okay, here we go. And she says, "It is important that each of you answer. While you are co-accused, it is still possible to find one of you guilty and the rest of you innocent, or one innocent and the rest of you guilty. So it is important that each of you answers each of these questions. Please remember that I will know if you are not telling the truth." Question 1. When did you arrive in Daggerford? And we're going to go down the line starting with Hal, Turnip, Cora, and Eva. So Hal, what is your answer?
I mean, in character and out of character, probably has no idea how much time has passed. So he's probably just gonna be like, "It's been like 3 days, 2 days." He kind of like looks at the party and shrugs. I don't know, less than a week.
How many days has it been since we've been jailed? 2?
You've stayed 1 night in the jail. And so you stayed 2 nights in the jail. Yes.
So we've been here for 3 days.
You've been here for 3 days.
All
right. Turnip?
Yeah. Yeah.
When did you arrive in Daggerford?
Same answer as everybody else. What was that list?
3 days?
Unfortunately, Hal went first and he has no idea.
Oh,
Hal doesn't know and also doesn't care.
Wasn't it like 2 days or?
3. This is the 3rd day.
This is the third day.
Yeah, we've gone on 3rd day now.
Cora, same
Hey,
question.
can I get my fishing pole back?
I imagine you can at the end of this trial, should you be found innocent.
Oh hell, it's all legal bullshit. Never mind.
I arrived here 3 days ago with my compatriots here.
Eva. Very well. That's fair enough. Have you been to Daggerford before that time? Eva. Cora?
Once, a little over a year ago, I passed through on my way to Waterdeep. I
Very
stayed a night and left.
Turnip?
I ain't never been to Daggerford, but I'm from like around the neighborhood. I'm from Yoku, it's up the river. But I ain't never been to Daggerford because I circled around towards that Cumber and I went north. Went in a big circle.
Thank you. And Hal?
Oh wow. I mean, maybe, but it would have been 27, 26 years ago. But I don't know. I was an infant.
Excellent, thank you. Did you enter Ackle Randerly's home? Hal?
Is that the dead guy?
That is the dead guy, yes. The one you are accused of murdering.
Was it his home that we were found in, or was it like his study, or like was that his office? Maybe.
That was his home.
Oh, then yes, I guess we did walk into there. Yes.
Turnip? Have you ever entered Ackle Randall's home before the day of his death, Turnip?
No, I don't even know who he was until Miss Cassandra told us over down Waterdeep. I said over up in Waterdeep, not down. We upriver. No, actually we downriver.
This is another question that everyone must answer. Did you murder Ackerley Randall? Eva? Cora?
Absolutely not.
Turnip?
Nah, see, we found him. We found his mouse, and that little thing led. I don't know if it was a girl or a boy, but they led us to his body, and they had that long knife sticking out of his chest. And that's when that's when Big 12 came in, and put us in chains.
Excellent, thank you. And yes, we shall be taking Whisker's testimony later on in this trial.
Oh.
Hal,
I don't think so.
Did you murder
I think he
Ackerley
was
Randall?
dead when I pulled the dagger out.
Very well. Next question. Have you ever murdered anyone? Eva? That was not the question, Eva. Very well. Cora?
No?
Turnip?
Does self-defense count?
A murder as opposed to killing someone, so whatever you define murder as.
No.
Not a confident answer so far.
I mean, let's say I was on the road. She was a really nice lady, and these guys want to steal her shit. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I apologize for the language. They wanted to steal her stuff, and I was like the guard, right? So, I kind of ended down.
Right. I see. Thank you for clarifying. Hal, have you ever murdered anyone?
So you said someone, right?
Anyone?
Has like a quizzical look on his face. No.
All right. Final question. Did you harm Ackley Randall in any way? Hal?
I mean, pulling the knife out of him probably didn't do him any favors, but
He's already
I was
dead.
trying to give him last rites, so I mean,
Very well. Turnip?
No,
Cora?
No.
And Eva? Very well. Thank you. My part in this trial is complete. Next, we shall take the testimony of Mr. Whiskers.
Oh my god.
And,
I think that went pretty well.
I think we nailed
I
it.
told you, no, I told you I was telling the truth. I know you could have helped me, but no, it don't matter. We didn't do shit.
I love everyone's answers to that. Have you murdered someone? Not here. No? No? Not someone. Like, not a single, like, nope.
No, it don't matter because we're innocent anyways. We busting out this joint.
So Whiskers is brought up to testify, and someone casts Speak with Animals, another priestess, and she has a list of questions that she asks Whiskers, or the questions are asked and she translates. And basically, Whiskers' testimony is that, in fact, it was Cora who murdered Ackley Randall, but not this Cora, a different Cora. And Whiskers is able to ascertain that by the fact that the Coras smelt different.
Thank God I bathe.
Hal probably would have been like, "That's baseless accusations. If any of us killed him, it would have been Eva."
And
He
so
probably just turns to you and goes like, "Yeah, of course. I mean, you're the most qualified."
Thank you. I'm the least qualified, I think.
And so with that, Whiskers' testimony is finished, and having heard all of the evidence, Sir Istavel proclaims you innocent of this crime. You are free to go. He apologizes for the sham of a trial that was originally held, and he also thanks you for your assistance earlier this morning. He doesn't expand on what he means by that, as there are other people at present. And he says you are free to go. There is one more thing. Whiskers has asked if he may be permitted to travel with you, as he has no longer got Ackerley to care for him. He seems to think that you are friends now. Can we place him in your care?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. You know what? Agreed. I will cover your lawyer fee. He certainly did a lot of talking. I suppose it will be a fairly large one.
I don't know what you're talking about. He got us the second trial. We had nothing to do with that.
He got me eggs He got me eggs and salt. Come on, he did his job fantastically.
Oh, I didn't know he got you salt. That does change things, actually.
Actually, he's probably at your trial, isn't he? So,
I
yes.
should hope so.
I would think so. He's right here. So he'll speak for himself. And he says, yes, I did all manner of things. I will make sure that I send you the bill, Sir Istavel. And I look forward to your prompt payment, sir.
Of the agreed upon amount, which was 10 gold per day.
Correct. 10 gold per day at 3 days. That is 30 gold pieces, sir.
Didn't we hire you yesterday?
Plus a retainer's fee of 10 gold.
Oh, and I think we promised a generous tip to the man as well.
And a generous tip of 10 gold. That'll come to 50 gold all told.
Holy shit.
Here Hal was trying to be like honest and keep the crooked lawyer honest, but yeah, okay, here we go.
Listen, Cora's motivation largely is just what's funniest.
Lord, I have one more request for you. As the lord of the area, I would like to request of you to every day spend some time meditating, channel your divinity, ensure that those around you are trustworthy.
I think that that is not so much a request as just some very sound advice, and I will heed it. Yes, they were. And he sort of looks at the head guard, who says, I have them here, sir. We thought that you might like them back.
Ring of mind shielding. Hell yes.
So each of you,
Favorite magical item.
there is one each. They are not quite as, there's no purple stone like there is on here. They're just a solid band. But they do have all of the attributes described on your handout there. So creatures cannot read your thoughts. They do not know whether you are lying or not. They cannot know
Oh,
your
hell
name
yes.
or your creature type. And they can only telepathically communicate with you if you allow it. It does have a couple of drawbacks. First of all, it does require attunement, so it will take up an attunement slot. And secondly, if you die while wearing the ring, your soul will enter it.
I mean, let's be honest, that's only going to affect Hal, so don't even worry about it.
And I was going to say, that might be better than wherever Ava's destined for. I can get you out of a ring. I don't know if I can pull you out of. I don't know.
So you can choose to move on to the afterlife, but you may be stuck in the ring for a short time. And there is no one housed in your rings currently because they were freshly made just for you. In fact, each of them.
Oh, true. Yeah, wait, he might know a lot. That would have been so fortunate. I mean, he's dead, not fortunate either way, but you know. Yes. Oh well. We're here. Unmurdered. Unhanged.
Unhanged. And so with that, you're free people once again. So the trial dismisses. Mr. Randall comes by and shakes everyone's hand. Congratulations! It's great to see you free. I knew I could do it.
You're a miracle worker, truly.
And
do you travel? If we were to run into legal trouble in, say, Waterdeep, would you be able to travel out and represent us there?
You know what? I wouldn't do it for just anybody, but for you, absolutely. You give me a call and Mr.
Do you guys hear that? We've got, I mean, this is our guy.
I'll come up running whenever you need me. You just call my name. And he's gonna head on out, his purse clinking heavily as he goes.
I
I
love
don't
this
know
for
about the
him.
rest of you. On the one hand, I really want to leave this town because it sucks, and our entire time here has been terrible. But on the other hand, I really want to go to the Happy Cow.
Hmm. And also, Turnip is out some fishing. And I'd like to spend a little time, at least later, at this temple.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? Have a relaxing day. Hopefully no one else accuses us of murder.
I mean, if they
Yeah.
do, we have a lawyer now. We're fine.
No, life is set. We'll be all right forever, I think. All right. Well, I think lunch is first. Almost. Has
So
anyone heard from the scuffle earlier? Is everyone doing all right?
Lunch time? Hey, listen, you give me 20 minutes. I'll get it. I'll catch you some lunch.
I think I think everybody is pretty much all right.
All right. Perfect.
so as you guys are leaving, the head guard also has all of your belongings.
Ooh.
Turnip, you get your
Yes.
fishing pole back.
I want to find Derek. Is he around?
Yeah, he is. He's probably there as well. And in fact,
I'll just like off to the side because he kind like he did a good thing, but he also did let out criminals. So I don't want to like say this in front of anyone.
yeah.
But I will just pull him off to the side to be like, "Thank you so much for. I know what you did was a risk. But our lives are very much spared because of it. So thank you for your wisdom and your judgment. We greatly appreciate it."
And Hal's gonna follow up right after that nice, subtle conversation and slap a hand on Derek's shoulder, like, Derek! Ah, you did the Lord's work today. Why don't you come with us to the Happy Cow? We're gonna go have drinks.
He says, I unfortunately I cannot. I need to attend my duties. But thank you for the offer.
Are there?
Um,
Hal puts a arm around his shoulder and like brings him in close. Are there more in the prisons that need to be released? Because I can help.
no, thank you. Everyone in prison deserves to be in prison. He's kind of like looking at like Eva and Cora for help. Like,
I'm like, Hal, you know what? I think we need a drink right now. Yeah.
Right. Well then, to Happy Cow, Derek, and he does like the finger snap and finger guns. When you're finished your shift, you come down to the Happy Cow.
thank you, Hal.
I look at him and I just kind of shrug. Free subtleties. All right. To the Happy Cow.
All right. So you guys head to the Happy Cow. The Happy Cow. I feel like it's it's the kind of tavern that Turnip feels perfectly at home in.
Oh, as soon as I got my stuff back, I walked right out the front door.
Right to your fishing spot.
Out right at the port right there.
All right.
Perfect time of
Um,
year. What season is it?
it is spring,
Going into summer, right?
going into summer. Yeah.
Oh boy, it's hatching season.
Hatching season it is.
He's in his happy place.
So Turnip, you're not going to the Happy Cow. Then you're going to the docks to do some fishing. The rest of the group is going to the Happy Cow. Um, let's start with the Happy Cow, folks. It is owned by Full Bar Hard Cheese, who is a local. He's in with all the farmers, and everything at the Happy Cow is farm fresh. He's got a really great relationship with all of the people around here, and it's a lot of farmers and farm workers that come to the Happy Cow to eat. And so he's got this great trading relationship. There's fresh produce that can just be bought here.
Ooh.
Really nice place. It's right near the city's northern gate. And there's a large painted sign out front, and the Ippy the image of a happy and content cow on this sign. It also serves as a moneylender. And so there are people in and out for that. So it's open pretty much all the time between those two purposes, except, kind of like late at night. And yeah, so you go in for a midday meal, and they do like farmers' meals, like think like British pub
Oh,
ploughman's lunch
yum.
meal.
Yum.
And so yeah, you're able to have a really good meal. All the cheese is like made locally, and it's just it's a pretty phenomenal place to eat. There's a lot of people there. As I said, it's quite popular because it's got sort of multi-purposes. There's just always people in and out. And there's some talking, there's some laughing, there's a bard that has sort of set up that he's not playing consistently. He's kind of going up and like tootling out one or two songs and then going back. It's not kind of the right time of day for a full-on performance, but he's at least keeping things kind of entertaining when it gets a little bit quiet. And you enjoy your meal. Can I please get perception checks from everyone?
Oh, God.
Nice.
Hell yeah. Oh my God. How?
Gotta record that real quick. Hold on, I gotta write that down. That's important.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say, I didn't
Chris.
get that handout, by the way, for the you wanted to keep track of your rolls.
I do. That's getting recorded.
Chris,
Oh,
you're
I
never
see.
going to roll above a 5 for the rest of the session.
No, I always use one good roll from the session, and it's always on something stupid like, oh yeah, this cheese was crafted like 4 houses down. Congratulations.
You do know that the cheese was crafted 4 houses down.
Yeah, there you go. You remember walking past the cheese monger's place like 3 doors down.
Hey, that could be pertinent information.
So as you guys are sort of looking around you and enjoying your meal, you notice a couple of things. First of all, people seem to recognize you as the people that were due to be hung today and then didn't get hung, and there's a little bit of a disappointment and a grumble in the crowd. They were looking forward to it, and now you're sitting here happy as clams eating lunch. Doesn't seem fair. Their morning entertainment is spoiled thanks to you. So there's a little bit of grumbling about that. There's also a little bit of like, did they murder these people? They were found guilty by Suristaval, and then all of a sudden it changed. Like, what's going on? So there's a lot of speculation around you. There's a lot of people paying attention to you, but you're not really being approached directly. In addition to that, with those 3 phenomenal rolls, you also notice that there is a sort of like an old woman. She's probably in her like early 70s, who's sitting having some lunch herself. She is paying a little bit more attention to the group of you, and you actually notice her a couple of times as you guys are talking amongst yourselves. You notice her like subtly mimic a gesture you're making, as though she's so at one point
Practicing?
yeah, kind of like she's practicing. At one point, Cora, you kind of like you sort of like give, I don't know, Hal like a little shove on the shoulder, and she just sort of like kind of does that, almost like when an actor is like rehearsing their line.
Studying our
Not
roles.
not full out, but like just like her hand sort of moves in that direction, and she kind of mimics the similar facial expression as you.
Found you.
All I'm gonna say is one of you better do something quick, otherwise Hal's gonna take it into his own hands.
Do I clock Hal clocking this?
I would think so with a 20. When did you roll 22?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just going to whisper very quietly. Not here. These people already don't trust us. If that woman leaves, we leave with her.
I mean, what kind of a monster do you take me for? And Hal stands up and walks over to her table and sits down. Madam, What is
Oh,
your
God.
favorite drink in the tavern?
She says, "Oh, well, I do like a good cup of tea. They do a lovely herbal tea here. It's a berry that only grows in this region."
Oh, nonsense. I mean, tea. Have you seen the selection of ales that they have? I mean, I've been slowly working my way down the line. Perhaps you would like to try one with me.
It's noon. It's far too early for drink.
Indeed, it is new, but you could drink to. I mean, my health. I was almost executed today, but my luck has changed around. My lawyer was fantastic, and honestly, it would warm my soul if you would drink with me right now.
You're very insistent that an old lady drink with you. What is this all about?
I just, I mean, you seemed fascinated with us. You've been watching us this whole time. I thought maybe you would like a chance to drink with us, have a conversation.
I was just intrigued. I heard that you were due to be hung today. You must be so relieved to not be.
Indeed, that's why it's noon and I'm drinking.
Well, you enjoy, my dear, but I think it's time for me to go home. Take care. And she sort of like pats you on the hand, and stands up ready to go.
Hal kind of like slumps his shoulders, like, oh, well, I mean, I suppose if you must. But
Blessing of
I
the trickster on myself.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna leave my duplicate here and go follow her invisible. Because that way she doesn't see that one of us is gone. Although, if you want to follow out after, I will whisper this to you. And then if you want to follow out in a minute. All right. I will in kind of one movement. I will cast Blessing of the Trickster and leave it in my spot, and I will cast Invisibility on myself and get up.
Okay. Sounds okay.
Oh yeah, of course. No, I think it's fun. Ooh, hell yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay. So we've got some invisibility happening here. We got fake Cora. Eva is gonna cover for the fake Cora and Hal as well, I suppose. And she heads on out of the building, and Cora, you follow behind. And we are gonna just slide on over to Turnip, who is fishing at the docks. Turnip, you find what looks like a pretty good fishing spot. There's a couple of folks there, and you know that where the locals are fishing, that's probably a good place to get your line wet. And so they're casting a reel, and they nod to you and they sort of say morning. And you start fishing with them, and after about, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, one of them says to you, "You one of those fellers that was about to get hung this morning?"
Maybe.
Well, that was you, then just want to say turns out it's a pretty good morning for you after all, and congratulations.
Yeah. Couldn't ask for anything better.
I
Not if the not if the Big 12 got me.
I heard there was some trouble there with that fancy lady that Surstoval's been keeping keeping in his castle with him. You know what I'm saying, eh? Wink, wink.
Yeah, is one of them heifers. Seen all too many of men fall to them.
That's true. That's true.
hmm
Even one such as Sir Istoval can be influenced, it seems.
Now, let me tell you something, though. She was a real pretty looker, though.
Well, she'd have to be to get the likes of him.
Yes, sir.
Hey, so, how come you guys have been causing so much trouble here in town? You and your
Well,
friends there came the other day when you knocked over my brother's cart.
we didn't knock over shit. What are you talking about?
Yeah, last week.
We
Big
weren't
mo-
here. Is this gentleman older than me or younger than me?
He is older than you.
Sir, I'm from Yoku. I'm from upriver, and I ain't never been no Daggerford in my damn life. Pardon my language.
He sort of waves his hand as if to say it's all right, and he says, well, we was pretty certain it was your friend, the big one there, walking down the street, and my brother's cart got in the way, and he pushed it right over. He did, spilt out all the seeds he was carrying.
I don't know anything about that, but he told me he ain't been here since he was a child. When he said he was a child.
Well, tell you this, warn him that maybe, just maybe, could have been something else.
You stick, we got twins?
Well, we got old rumors in these parts. Old rumors about creatures coming to town, looking like other people, causing mischief.
You talking one of them shapeshifters?
Oh, I suppose it's not what we call it, though.
That sounds like a load of hogwash, sir. I ain't never seen one of those. Hey, they never only ever been a star in them storybooks.
We call them the imitators.
Mm-hmm.
And legend has it that there's a whole secret village of imitators that live around here some parts. They come into town and steal our children so they can practice imitating some of us.
They be calling one of them ruckuses.
So you just if you got imitators imitating you, you just be careful there. You never know what they're gonna do.
Yeah, thanks I appreciate the heads up, mister.
And I'll tell you one other thing. Rumor has it. Oh, there's the barking. That's my friend.
All right.
Ruby's gonna have to wait. I'm just gonna go deal with the dog. So quick break, guys.
All right.
What a great dramatic hang up. I'll tell you one thing. Cut to commercial. This is fine. I'm following one of them and it
Now
won't
that's what
have
I
any
call
negative
music.
consequences. I'm sure there won't be any negative consequences to me following it by myself. I'm sure it's fine. Okay. That's fine.
I'm pretty sure Hal hasn't even realized that he's sitting with fake Cora, so he's just sitting there, probably having a drink, chatting away, not making any progress in conversation.
Fake Cora's just like sitting there, and I think she's probably programmed to like nod every 30 seconds. Like give that customer service, like, yeah, sure, uh-huh. Oh my god, no way. Oh, that's crazy.
But in case you haven't realized it yet, Hal is just one of those, like, everybody can be my friend. So
I know,
he's
and I
going to
love
try
that
to
for him.
befriend everybody.
I love this for him. I want to befriend. I want to know if this person was like put up to the job. I feel like we could be friends with this doppelganger, changeling. I don't know. Yeah, but they could be our friend. I'm hoping changeling and not doppelganger because doppelgangers can read minds.
Doesn't matter, we have rings now.
Oh, true. Oh my god, that's so convenient. Okay, if they read Hal's mind, is it just like elevator music?
Probably
Skip battle.
98% of the time, yeah. Unless he's walking, in which case he's like very focused on where he's stepping.
Right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, left.
Yeah.
Shit, I got lost. Shit, I forgot to breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Right foot, left foot. Breathe in, right foot. What? Trips. Oh, Hal. Do you think we could convince Thirst of all to pay for us to get a cart home? Yeah, but I feel like we can, if we can't convince him, we can't annoy him.
All you gotta do is get fucking Hal in that same room with him for like 2 hours.
And he'll be like, I will give you whatever you want to get the fuck out of here and never come back. Get as far from here as you possibly can, as quickly as you can. Thank you for your time.
I was only sort of joking though. If Hal dies, I'm coming back as Blade Singer. That new class looks so fucking cool.
I saw in Seb's campaign, someone was a Blade Singer for a bit, and they're very fun.
It's always been like one of my favorite classes, but it's been kind of crap for a little bit. So
yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
plus it would allow me to play something that has high intelligence instead of a -1.
Oh my god, that would be nice. Where you're like the strategizer in real life, and you're like, well, I guess I'll twiddle my thumbs.
Forget that. I'm gonna go sit next to the person who's spying on us and try to make conversation.
Oh my god, yeah. I was like, okay, we'll follow her afterwards, and you're like, nah. I think it's very fun sometimes. I have a character that dumped wisdom, and it's so fun.
I kind of like the personal challenge to play a character who has like no wisdom and no intelligence.
It is kind of freeing. You're like, I don't have to think about my decisions. Just whatever first pops into my head as this character is the thing that I'm doing.
Oh, don't have to worry myself about details. It's like, what was this character's name? Oh, it doesn't matter. My character wouldn't remember it. So,
like, oh, where were we in the plot? I don't know. Doesn't matter. I had my character that has no wisdom, no intelligence, was like kidnapped by the villain for interrogating, and I was like, "You got the right bitch for this because I don't know anything. I promise you, they will get no information from me. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what quest we're on. I don't know what items we're looking for. I don't even know my party members' names yet."
The classic Pippin approach.
Yeah, yes, precisely. Oh my god. I think all of my characters are fated to just play Pippin.
I'm trying to remember what that stupid post was. It was like, bad news. Sauron knows everything Pippin knows. Good news. Pippin doesn't know shit.
Yeah. Yeah, so he actually took psychic damage looking at this. God, I love Pippin. It's almost time to rewatch the Lord of the Rings trilogy. It's my Valentine's Day plans every year. Make a Hobbit feast and you watch all the Lord of the Rings movies.
I don't know why, but I usually end up doing that in August. Did one of the movies come out in theaters in August?
I don't know.
I feel like that's usually when I end up doing the rewatch, and I don't know why. It just feels right.
That's fair.
I downloaded that new one, and I haven't watched it yet. The War of the Rohirrim.
Oh, I actually saw that in
Okay, and we are back after a slightly longer break than I anticipated. And we are going to pick back up with the group that has been at the Happy Cow. And Turnip is going to join us back when he is ready. So, Happy Cow Gang, we have Cora and Hal are sitting inside the Happy Cow, and this old lady, this suspicious old lady, is leaving the building. And Cora has cast her image on her of herself, and has also turned herself invisible, and is going to slip out of the room. Welcome back, Turnip. And so with that, I guess to start off with Cora, can I please get, let's call it a sleight of hand to try and do this magic without being noticed. And you can have advantage because it sounds like Eva is sort of helping cover for you there.
Okay, sleight of hand. This is before I cast invisibility, so can I cast guidance?
Sure.
All right.
You have to wait a second. You're doing a sleight of hand to avoid seeing guidance
Oh, right.
cast, seeing the spell
Yes.
cast. So probably not, because then you'd be casting another spell.
True. Okay. Sleight of hand. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, so Cora, you're pretty adept at this, and you sort of cast your double right on top of yourself, sort of sitting still for just a moment, and then you cast the invisibility and are able to just sort of slide out of your double, and even for Eva and Hal, who know what you're doing, it's pretty hard to see. So it doesn't appear that anyone in the tavern has noticed. And so
Excellent.
with that, Eva, you head on out of the bar and you start. Sorry, Cora. I'm looking at Eva's name on my page, which is
Because she usually does the sneaky shit.
you slip out of the bar and follow behind this lady. She doesn't travel very far. She moves a lot quicker and easier than you would anticipate. Once she gets out of the bar, her movement sort of stops being so stooped. She stands up a little bit straighter. She moves a little bit more rapidly. And she sort of disappears behind a wagon for a second, and it's literally only a second. And when she steps out the other side, it's Hal.
Hmm. Oh,
And,
I'm gonna let Ava Ava know that immediately. It's turned
okay.
into Hal.
And she seems annoyed, and you hear her. She mutters something under her breath. Actually, give me a perception check, and let's see if you hear it.
Okay, come on, bitch. Perceive.
Yeah, so you were able to catch what she says, and it sounds like she says, "Bloody lug won't leave you alone, even when you give the most outright of social cues."
What did she say? What was the first thing she said?
Bloody lug.
Yeah, okay.
And
In
then she
fairness, at
said,
this point, there's like a smash cut, and it's just Hal talking to the duplicate of Cora at the table over a pint.
I mean, in all fairness, that's perfect cover for Cora. And she goes towards the marketplace. So you guys were here at the Happy Cow, and she is headed over here towards the market area. And there's some people in her way, and you see her, or you see Hal smile and sort of say, "Let's cause him some problems, shall we?" And she or he walks over to these people and says, "Get the hell out of my way!" and just gives him a shove and like knocks this guy flying into the wall. And the guy like bashes his head on the wall. He starts to bleed a little bit. And another guy goes like, "What the hell's that for?" And Hal says, "Get out of my way! You're in my way. Don't you know? I'm Sir Estavel's favorite. No one can do
God.
anything to me. They can't even pin a murder on me." And the guy just sort of like backs away, and Hal strides off towards the marketplace. Um,
Oh god, I'm gonna let Ava know that oh shit. She, him, it's Hal causing trouble, pushing people, shouting about getting away with murder. Fuck.
I mean, but I was just having a great conversation with Cora.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Oh, but fine. Yes. Okay. He just grabs his pint and like chugs the whole thing. All right. All right. All right. I'm coming. I'm coming.
Maybe try to disguise Hal a bit. He's probably going to get punched if he's seen. You assume the people here are extremely bright.
I mean, I could walk like this, and he sort of like spreads his legs out into a squat and starts walking really weird looking.
Nailed it.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry. Why do you want me to not be me?
Okay, and so you guys head out of the bar with a little bit of disguise action happening, and I'm gonna move back over to Turnip here. Amazing. All right, grease mustache it is. Do you have a
I mean,
disguise kit? Okay. And you do you have proficiency in disguise kits? Oh, yeah. So, as your choice, take something else instead of that other thieves' tools. Give yourself either a skill or another tool that you're proficient with.
and I
Okay.
do just want to point out that Hal is actually bearded and like has a mustache and stuff. Now it's a black one instead of a brown one that looked normal.
So Eva, let's get a let's call it a sleight of hand with your proficiency bonus. Mhm. Nice. Yeah, you do a pretty good job. It's pretty good coverage on his mustache and beard. And it's looking darker. And it does do a decent job of changing his appearance. It's not gonna, hold up under any kind of scrutiny, but it's enough that if you glance at him, you might not recognize him right away. Okay, and so let's head on over to Turnip at the docks. Turnip, you are talking with this older fisherman who is just about to tell you the secrets of the oh my god, I
The
forget what they're called.
imitators.
The
Imitators.
He's about to tell you the secrets of the imitators before we stop there. And so he leans over to you and he says, "You know what they say about the imitators? They say that they cannot be harmed with normal weapons. Only silver will harm them. That's the rumors, at least.
Isn't that one? Isn't that werewolves?
Werewolves too. Maybe they're werewolf shapeshifters. Dunno. The imitators are known to be dangerous. They steal babies, take your women in the night. Sometimes, sometimes they even pretend to be the women's men and impregnate them.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
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 10 minutes later.
Oh, I think I caught one.
Let's get a roll and see if you can catch yourself a decent catch for dinner here. Let's call it let's do a nature check. No, survival. Let's call it survival.
Survival. 7.
Yeah, you catch one, but it's a little bit small. You got to throw it back. He says, "Oh, that one's not going to make good eating."
No, sir.
And he says, "Tell you what, I'll give you one of our catch, just as a welcome to Daggerford, if this is your first time here." And he's got a really nice salmon that he caught in the river, and he gives you one.
No, 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 no. I insist. You keep it. I'm gonna get one myself. It don't if it kills me.
Well, very well then. It was nice talking to you, Turnip, and you look out for those imitators.
Yeah, Shane. Wait, what's your name? What's his name? I probably would have asked his name at some point
Sure, yeah.
if he knows mine.
So he tells you that his name is Lowell.
All right, you take it easy, Lowell.
And he says, "You too, Turnip. It was nice to meet you."
Yeah.
And he says, "Hey, if I ever see you again, it's the answer is salmon. That's how I'll know it's you and not an imitator."
I'm gonna, do a little point to my head and bag at him, kind of like a little mini salute.
Okay, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly what you mean. And he gives you a nod, and he slings his fish with him and ties up his pole. I don't fish, can you tell? And he heads he heads back into town, into his house, and he leaves. Um, Anything else you want to do at the docks, Turnip?
No, I'm just gonna relax for once. I haven't been this close to I haven't been this close to home in a while.
Okay,
Just gonna enjoy the warm breeze.
okay, yeah, it's a nice spring day, and it's kind of pleasant to just sit and fish and not worry about the things that have been happening in the big city. And let's head on back to Cora, following this woman. So once she has instigated some trouble as Hal, the woman shapeshifts again. Um, can I please get a perception check to see if you are able to catch her shapeshifting so you know who she is?
Yes. Fuck.
So she steps into a crowd or Hal, steps into the crowd, shoves someone, a bit of a fight starts to break out. And in the ruckus, you lose sight of Hal, and then you realize that Hal could be anyone in the crowd now. It's clearly she shifted to be someone else.
Before we get too far into this story, can I give my inspiration to Cora?
I think it's too late at this point.
Okay.
Oh, darn. I forgot about that.
So I'm
You
gonna
did
roll
earlier,
because
don't
I've
you
already
remember?
sort of described what's happened. We're gonna stick with this as the narrative. But yeah, do keep that in mind for next time. So while Cora's doing this following, Hal and Eva, you guys have headed out of the cow and are moving in which direction? Are you going towards the market?
Yep. Yep. She's turned into someone else. I lost her. Yep.
So you head down Fields Lane, and as you go that way, and then down that little alley here, I guess. Um, you see a man who's patching up a bloody wound on his head, and presumably that's the person who was shoved into the wall. He doesn't seem to recognize Hal, or doesn't seem to be quite looking at him, and so you're able to walk past without any trouble. Um, and when you get
Probably
to
pipes up and goes, "That looks garish, friend. You should get that treated properly."
I'm gonna do a perception check for this
No.
guy to see if he notices who you are.
I love Hal. Like an idiot.
Fortunately the beard and mustache seems to be enough, and he's sort of like he's not really looking. He's covered in blood, and he just sort of like waves a hand at you, like thanks for the advice. I'm clearly doing that already. Um,
Well, I mean, she just didn't want to have a drink with us. I mean, what of it? I mean, who doesn't want to imitate the heroes, though? Like, I mean, Hal kind of looks at you quizzically, looks at the guy, looks back at you. No. But then why wouldn't he have reacted when I spoke to him just now? Well, I mean, surely I should go apologize to him, no? But he's going to think so much. He'll think so much worse of me, though, and that's not the image I want to foster here. Fine, okay, yes, Miss Eva, I'm behind you. Let's go find this dastardly person, I suppose.
yeah, and as you finish the conversation, you guys head into the marketplace, and there's a bit of a hullabaloo that has started here. They're shouting, and there's a bit of a fight going on. People are yelling. There's fists are flying. You can see Cora is sort of over on the other side of it, and she's
Invisible.
Cora, I imagine you're still kind of looking around to see if you can find that lady.
Yeah, can I see if there's any two of someone?
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Uh-huh. That's better.
You do notice that there is a little boy who looks very similar to another little boy who is sort of standing watching the fight. He's sort of standing on the corners going, "Get him, yeah, get him, hit him, yeah!" And the other little boy is kind of doing the same thing. They're not quite identical, but they're close enough. You would take them as identical twins. It's just like one of them has just been like just shifted a little bit different.
Al standing right behind them, going, "Fuck, fuck."
Okay, but they could just be twins is the problem. Those do exist. So can the little boys see each other?
Um, they're on. They don't seem to be looking at each other. They could see each other in theory, yes, but they don't. They seem to be both be focused on the fight. Hit him, Mister! Hit him! Get him!
Okay, it might be because if the other one sees the other one and isn't freaked out by seeing a duplicate, they could just be twin boys. Okay. This is just classic little boy behavior. Sorry,
The
you're saying?
important question is who's fighting currently? Who's got the best
So
odds?
there's a group of like 5 guys who are all fighting. And by 5 guys, I don't mean men, I mean people. There's 2 women and 3 males. And they're all just like big scuffle. Everyone's throwing punches, and it sort of seems like there's 2 sides to this fight, and friends have jumped in, and everyone's yelling and screaming, and there's people trying to pull people off of people, but they're getting smacked in the face as they're trying, and people are going back in for the fight. And it's turning into a bit of an issue, and you hear people calling for the guards as well. And one of the kids yells, "It was that big guy that started it!" The big guy with the beard.
Mhm.
2 gold on the big guy. 2 gold on the big guy.
And
That little boy, I'm gonna scoot closer to, still invisible. And I'm
okay,
gonna that one's caught my attention.
okay, you scoot closer to him, and as you do, the city guard arrives, and they break things up pretty quick, get people separated, and are kind of like, "What happened? Who's the instigator here? You know, who do they need to put in jail?" And they're, "It's that fellow that got out of the gallows this morning. He was hanging around here, and he started shoving and pushing people. Yeah, it was him." And one of the little kids, the one that you are near, Eva, sorry, Cora, um, jumps in and says, "Yeah, I saw him. He came and he shoved that guy, and he shoved him right into that other guy, and that's what started the whole fight. He's a big meanie. We were supposed to get to watch him hang today, and we didn't get to."
How old is this kid? What the fuck?
It's like 9.
Classic 9-year-old behavior.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is
Good
why
old
you
kid.
can't diagnose anyone under 18 with like a psychopath disorder, because everyone under 18 is a fucking psychopath.
I think Hal's a big enough idiot that he just turns to the person closest to him and goes like, "There was another person scheduled to hang today?"
Oh no.
Give me another, no, I'm gonna roll. I'm rolling with advantage this time. Is a 15 enough to notice? I mean, your sleight of hand was covering his mustache and making it darker. But this guy's never seen you before. Yeah, he doesn't recognize you, Hal. He goes, yeah, one of them 4 that were supposed to hang. They're making all kinds of trouble around town. Sir, I don't know why Sir Isteval left them off. If he found them guilty to start with, then they're guilty if you ask me. Sir Isteval knows what he's doing."
I mean, what were they found guilty of?
And he like leans closer to you and he says, "Murder."
No.
Yes, they
I
murdered the
mean,
crazy guy who lives in the house in the corner.
there's a crazy guy in the corner. Oh, where?
Oh, and he sort of says, "Up on the other end of the city, he's got like a house with no walls. It's nuts. And he does all kinds of magic experiments in there. And he's
No
got a
way. I was in a
talking
house
rat."
just like that. It's insane. You walk in and all of a sudden you're walking on the ceiling. Oh man.
You've
It's
been
it's
there?
wild. Yeah. Somebody
Crazy.
killed that guy.
Yeah.
So
Murder.
they caught him then. Oh, I mean that's good. I'm
Well,
glad to hear that they
they let
caught
him
him.
go. All 4
No,
of them.
you can't just let somebody go for that. It's
Right?
murder.
Murder. They're murdering. Those murderers are walking around town. Who knows who else they're gonna murder?
Well, I mean, uh, I swear to you, I will do everything in my power to bring them to justice.
Oh, you're a good man. You're a good man.
So tell
And
me, the
yeah,
did I win that 2 gold bet? Because I mean, I put 2 gold on the guy with the beard who started the fight.
he disappeared. No one knows where he went.
Well, then, can you tell me who won the fight?
I think the guards did. Ha!
Oh, it's always a better bet to bet on the guards. I never think to bet on the guards.
And he says, "I'll take that 2 gold from you then."
Yeah, I mean, wager
I mean, you bet,
made is a wager lost. Here you go.
you bet two
Take two
gold.
gold.
He happily takes it and pockets it. He's like, "I don't know what the hell just happened, but I'll take it." And he says, "Nice seeing you, man. Take care, and good luck finding those murderers." And
Hal
now
probably
that
just salutes that guy and goes like, "I'm on it."
now that the fight has been broken up, the The kid sort of seems to lose interest and begins. Both the kids seem to lose interest. One of them stays in the marketplace, and the other one starts to head up this way.
I will. I'm gonna say to Ava, I think it's one of the children. I'm going to follow the one leaving if you want to watch the one here.
Okay. So Cora, your child walks down the high road, sort of skipping, stops to like kick some rocks, chases a goose for a little bit, and then gets to the drill field where the kid sort of like watches the guards a little bit for a little bit. While that kid is doing that, Eva, your kid is wandering around the market looking at some of the toys on the market stalls. Um, okay. So I'm gonna need a stealth check from you, please, Eva, to see if he notices you. Or is invisible, but you are not. 14, that is probably more than enough. He's wandering around looking at all these toys, goes to some other stalls. He spends a little bit of money on some candy. And Hal, what are you doing while this happens?
I think Hal's on the case. He's gonna start searching around for a bearded man who may have tried to murder somebody today or the other day.
Love this
Give
for
me
him.
give me an investigation, Hal. See if you
Oh,
find anything.
Jesus.
Hal's gonna look into a mirror and it's gonna be that Spider-Man meme where they're pointing at each other.
Oh my
Hal,
God.
you find your guy. There's a butcher
Oh
who's standing
no.
behind one of the market things. He's got a beard. It's dark beard. He's got a mustache. He's a big guy. Gotta be him.
I mean, Hal's confident. He's gonna march up to the guy and be like, You were charged with murder this morning, and yet you've walked. Tell me, why did the Lord let you walk free?
Is this a riddle? Like a
Answer
legit
me! And I
gentleman?
kind of like grab the hilt of the greatsword.
He's like, what? I wasn't charged with murder. What are you talking about?
Big bearded man killed a man down the road, man with a weird house.
Yeah, yeah. Ackerley Randall was killed.
And you were just allowed to walk free? Tell me, who are your associates?
I don't have my wife helps me at the butcher stall.
Ah, so your wife's in on it too.
What? No. What? No.
Uh, at this point, Hal probably turns and goes, Eva, I found the culprit. I know. He just shouts into the market.
Amazing. Eva does not appear. I take it. Um.
And Hal's
Hal's
going
gonna
to
get
attempt to
rearrested.
make a Hal's going to attempt to make a citizen's arrest
Oh
and bring
my
him before the
God.
guards.
Yes.
Sir, you are under arrest under the power of the Lord of Daggerford for the murder of Anderley Randall.
What? No, you
He
can't.
even says the name out loud.
He sort of says, "Guards! Guards are being attacked!"
Indeed, guards, I found the murderer.
And you hear, I mean, the guards haven't gone that far. They've just broken up a fight here. There's probably still around just keeping an eye on things. So it doesn't take long for the guards to appear. Before we get to that, Turnip, what are you doing? Are you still fishing? Anything else you want to do? I'm gonna take that as a no. He's muted. Um, and so yeah, so let's go back to Cora.
Hey.
Cora, you follow your child, and your child goes into a house, just over here off of Cough Alley.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, probably that little green one right there. That makes
Aw,
most sense.
okay.
Yeah. And he goes inside, and you hear, "Mom, I'm home."
Mhm.
And the door closes.
I'm gonna stay and eavesdrop just in case the mom's like, "Where's your brother?" or whatever, you know.
Okay. You stay and you have a listen. Go ahead and give me a perception check, please.
Come on, bitch. We're all good. Hell yeah.
The woman says, "Oh, good. Did you get what I asked you? Your sister's fussing again." And you hear a baby start to cry. And he says, "Yeah, I got the cream from the apothecary, Mom. It's on the table." And she says, "Good. You and your sister will. I'm going to take you and your sister out in just a moment. So just leave your shoes on." And that's about
Mention
it.
a
They
brother.
just
Mention a brother. Come on.
no mention of a brother.
I will relay that to Ava. I followed the child. I found the. I feel so creepy following children through the streets. Anyway, I found the home. The mom is there. She did not mention a brother. I think you're on the questionable one. All right. Everything going all right? Hannah's always making a scene. All right. Well, a good thing he's got a great lawyer if he gets arrested again.
Um, I just feel like there's a backdrop to this conversation, and I'd like to play out that backdrop now.
Please do.
Hal, the city guards have arrived.
I just point at the butcher and I go, "This man, he's the one who killed Randall in his house. Bearded man, was charged
What?
with murder, let off this morning. He also started the fight in this marketplace."
He's like, "No, I didn't." And the guards say, "What is your evidence of this, sir? We did hear a
I
bearded
was
man had
told
started."
as much. I was told that a bearded man that was let off this morning for murder charges started a fight in the marketplace.
I'm gonna roll an intelligence for the guard.
Please roll high. I can only keep this on up for so long. Like,
It's
this is
so
brutal.
good.
So he says, "Wait, weren't you the guy that was let up for murder this morning?"
I was also let off for murder, but from what I was told, there was another large bearded man who was let off for murder this morning.
I thought your compatriot was not larger bearded. I guess Turnip's got a beard, right?
I mean, one of my compatriots is bearded, the other two are not. But was there not another man who was charged with Randall's murder?
Just the four of you. And two
So
of them
then
were women, weren't they?
Then who started the fight in the marketplace? It must have been this guy.
The guy's like, "I didn't start the fight in the marketplace." And the guards are kind of like, "Well, they did say a large bearded man started the fight in the marketplace." Says, "Sir, I'm afraid I'm going to have to take you under arrest till we get this sorted out."
I agree. You should definitely arrest that gentleman.
Oh my
And they
god.
Something is suspicious here.
They arrest the butcher. And they take him. His wife's like, "Darling, where are you? No, sweetheart, I'll post your bail." She starts crying. "I believe in you, honey. I believe in you."
The doppelganger doesn't need to start trouble. Hal is fine at doing it himself.
I think Hal probably goes to the wife and just goes, "Look, I hope for his sake and yours that this is a swift trial, but I would be remiss if I didn't suggest my lawyer to you. He does a fine job, and I'm sure he would be more than happy to take on this case.
This is going to be Mr. Lawson's new thing. He's going to have you go cause problems and then suggest him.
She's gonna say, "I don't have a lawyer. What's his name?"
Lawson.
Lawson.
Out
Got
of
it.
character. What was his first name?
Hold on.
Ethan Dawson,
Ethan.
Mr. Lawson.
Ethan Dawson, Mr. Lawson. I'm sure he'd be willing to take on your case. He has completely fair rates, and he does just a bang up job. He got,
Oh my god.
I mean, he got me and my compatriots off this morning. So
Yes. I'll go see him right away. Thank you. And he dashes off to Lawson Law Offices.
Oh my god.
guys, Hal is an idiot. He's like super naive. You guys have to babysit him all the time.
No, this is funnier.
And so with that, we are now at we're over with Eva. So Eva, you're watching this child, and for the most part, the child seems to be acting like a child, running around, or like I said, looking at toys, grabbing candy. And then the child starts sort of like, excuse me, sort of wandering away from the marketplace. Kind of walk. There's this little tiny alley just down here. Just there's this little tiny gap in between those two houses, and the kid just kind of like squeaks between them. Are you gonna follow? Okay, it's gonna be a little bit harder to follow here because you're not in a crowd so much anymore. Let's get another stealth check, please. Nice. Um, oh, cool. Okay.
24. Nice.
Excellent. Okay. So, you see this kid go down this little alleyway, and the kid, you sort of stick to the shadows, and you use your psionics to kind of like mask your mind almost to make your eyes just slide past you, right? Like it's not that you're invisible, but just making the eyes move away. Yeah. And so the kid walks over and actually goes, there's a grate just here. And the kid like moves the grate over, and it looks quite heavy, but somehow the kid manages to move it fairly easily. Um, and hops down a ladder and closes the grate behind him.
Okay, on my way. Careful. I'm gonna sprint off towards. I'm still invisible, but I'll sprint towards the market.
Okay, are you gonna grab Turnip as well?
Do I know where he is?
You know he's down by the docks. You're not far away, Cora.
Okay. If I'm not far, then I will run up. Oh god, I'm invisible. I'm gonna talk to him. Okay. I'm sure this will go fine. I'll relay to Eva. I'm gonna go grab Turnip as well. Or at least I'll spend a second trying to find him. And I'll sprint. Do I find Turnip?
Yes, you do. He's sitting fishing exactly where you expect him to be.
Yeah, feet hanging off the docks.
You hear a voice behind you. Hi, Turnip. It's Cora. I'm just invisible. I'm right behind you.
We're gonna turn around.
No, you can't see me, darling. There's a problem.
I want to turn
You
around. I
come.
want to turn around the other way.
No, I'm.
And the other way again.
No, love. I'm invisible. It's okay. Just listen to my voice.
Am I hearing things?
Yes, you're hearing my voice behind you.
What do you mean she's behind me? I don't see nobody behind me. Oh, all right.
I don't know who you're speaking to when you do this, but thank you for me.
Where's you at, Cora?
I'm going to reach out and I'm going to put my hand on your shoulder. Don't freak out, and I'll just give his shoulder like a little squeeze.
I was gonna put my palm out, just like head level, and just like left and right.
I will grab Turnip's hand. Okay, just come with me. We have to go get Hal, and we have to go. There's an issue. I'll explain on the way.
What kind of is we in trouble with Big 12 again? I don't want to go back down in
We're
that
not going
cell.
back yet, but there's someone who's desperately trying to put us there, and we're following them. I'll explain. Come on.
All right, and so you guys meet up.
Hal, hello.
All right, you guys
Hello,
meet
Hal.
up.
I'm invisible.
Who's there?
Me,
Hear
Cora.
you. Where
Hello.
are you?
Nope. I'm holding Turnip's hand. I'm just invisible.
Don't like when you do this. What? I just arrested a man. Well, I helped in arresting a man, and he does like the superhero pose.
Yes, you're so brave
I
and so
assisted
good.
in arresting a man for starting a fight in the marketplace.
Oh, God. Okay. I'm going to take your hand. Don't freak out, and please don't crush my hand. You're very big. I'm going to grab Hal's hand. So I have Turnip in by one hand and Hal by the other. I'm going to say, okay, come on.
Where are we going?
To go.
It's hard to follow you when I can't see. No, wait, I'm gonna trip. Ah!
No, stop. No. Oh, you stepped on my foot. Oh, God. I'm gonna try to lead them down the fucking street, like holding onto two children's hand. I try to lead them to Eva. Yeah, two children that like Cora's not very tall or big. She has negative strength.
I feel bad for you two getting saddled with a couple of complete idiots. Well, at least
I
one
don't.
complete idiot and like a country bumpkin.
I don't, and also
Fair.
Honestly, I think Cora thinks this is the funniest thing that could happen, so I don't think she minds. That might change, but for now, she thinks it's hilarious. Okay, come on. Come on, where's the good boy? I should get leads for the both of you. Yeah, come on. Hold that a treat. And I'll try my best to lead them to Eva.
Okay, yeah. So you manage to lead them over to Eva, and I guess Eva, you get there. You've got the full party together at last, and you point out this passageway, I guess, that seems to go underground to the rest of the group.
No, I arrested the troublemaker in the marketplace. The guards have him under lock and key. But I was
telepathically to Ava. I'm don't try to explain too much right now. You'll just confuse him more.
He's definitely standing there scratching his head with a crowbar, and he's like, "But no, I was definitely told bearded man let off for murder caused a fight in the marketplace."
You're doing so good.
Yes, I mean, fine.
Wait, hold on. Why are we breaking into somebody's place?
We're going into a grate. I tried, but I feel like I gave them very minimal details because I don't want to confuse them.
You know what's up? I met somebody named Lowell, his friend down by the docks. He was talking about these shape changers, shape shifters. And apparently Hal over here has been causing all kinds of ruckus for the last week or something like that.
I mean, were they deserving? Like, did they they evil people who deserved
What?
to be put in their place?
Well, they say you was just walking down the street. You just like knock some bottles off a shelf or something like that. It wasn't really nice or nothing.
Hal, I watched the woman disguise herself as you and just like push a man into a wall. She's just causing violence to make
Was the
you
man
look bad.
armed or aggressive?
Nope, perfectly innocent, perfectly harmless. She's doing
Think
it
if
to
this
cause
w-
trouble and make you look really bad.
I think if this were like an anime, you'd just see fire appear in his eyes as he realizes somebody's causing harm to people who don't deserve it in his name. And he's gonna wrench that grate up.
Hell yeah. Sorry,
All
Hal,
right.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Let's get a strength check from you, please, with advantage thanks to the crowbar.
Can I use athletics?
Yes, you can.
Oh, thank God
Nice.
for athletics. Attaboy.
Nice. Yes, so you are able to pull up this this grating, and there is a ladder that seems to descend down into what looks like a sewer system, I guess, for lack of a better word.
Oh, I just got my clothes cleaned.
How far down is the drop?
It's probably a good, um, probably good 20 feet.
Hal's pissed off. He just drops down. Like he
Ooh.
just jumps down the hole.
Let's
Oh.
get another athletics check to see if you land on your feet well or not.
Shatters his fibula.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, you just drop down and you walk away with absolutely no trouble whatsoever. And
All
you
right.
find yourself at awesome.
I'm just going to use the ladder like a normal person.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out some gloves and use the ladder. Oh,
Awesome.
I'm going to pat Hal on the back and give him Blessing of the Trickster.
Cool. Okay.
Advantage on stealth.
I mean, that's probably good for you guys because Hal doesn't care about being stealthy at this point.
True, but I can try.
He's gonna go knock some heads. He's angry.
Okay, but remember, this person could be anyone.
All right. So you guys get down to
Hold on. Hey, can you give me some hit? I need some light. I'm gonna sort of knock against my head, and then immediately my eyes just light up,
Oh.
bright yellow.
cool. Doesn't seem to be necessary.
That's my devil. Well, it's not devil who's with me, but you know.
I just realized I didn't place any lights in certain areas here where there is lights, so I am doing that right now. Sorry. So you do see at the end, you guys are in here and everyone can see okay? Okay.
Do not. I mean, I can see where there's light. Obviously, I can't see around me.
Okay,
So,
perfect. Yes, because it's dark in there.
Perfect. His greatsword. He probably gave you the crowbar back when you kipped off his shoulders and just pulls his greatsword. And I think when Cora mentioned like they could be anybody, he's gonna be like, we should have a word so that I don't decapitate one of you accidentally.
Oh, please. Gargoyles?
I think his greatsword's pretty plain, but he's probably got his like holy amulet dangling off of his wrist. Ha! I can see.
What is your holy symbol on your sword? Hmm?
That's a really good question that I will have to get back to you on. I don't
Okay.
know if he really has much faith in like gods and such so much as his own strength. So I will
Ooh.
have to get back to you on that.
It's just a locket with his own face in it.
Actually, you know what? It may be a locket that has an image of both his father and his mother in it. One side
Aw.
is his mom and the other is his father.
Oh, that's cute.
Okay, so so that is now glowing. That's awesome. And you should be able to, Hal, change that yourself under the light button on your token there.
Would it be torch?
Yes, it would be the same as a torch,
Perfect. There.
unless they've changed the rules in 2024 and I don't know it. Yeah, 2020, that's the same as a torch. Or at least
Yeah,
it's
that's
the
right.
same as the torch that's in there, so that'll work.
How far
And
into invisibility am I, by the way? Just so I
oh, that's a good
know.
question. How long does it last?
An hour?
Hour, so you're probably looking at maybe 15 minutes left.
Okay. I'll keep it up just for now.
Well, that's
Okay.
easy for you to say. You don't got to smell it.
um, are there any recent disturbances in the filth down here that indicate which way someone might have gone?
That is a good question. Let's get a survival check, please.
Who's got the best survival? I've got a plus
It's
3.
obviously Hal. Come on.
Okay, I'll roll if Eva wants to help. Is it Eva or Ava? I keep switching. Okay. All right. I will just look with my eyes.
Okay.
I'm distracted by how disgusting it is down here. Ew, 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 what is that floating? Oh god.
Yeah, you have a look. Problem is that it's covered in water, so that
Ew.
makes it difficult to see anything. And it's gross, which
It's
makes it
not
difficult
water, it's
to concentrate.
sewage. Oh, don't make me stare at the ground for too long. Ugh.
So you can't tell where anyone has gone or has been.
Yes. Um, I mean, is there any symbology on the wall that might indicate, well, I don't know, criminals might go?
Sure. Yeah, go ahead and give me a investigation with advantage.
Nice.
Nice.
The second one.
Take the second one, just because I can. So yeah, you take a look and you do in fact see something that looks like a a thieves symbol. It's very similar to the thieves symbols that you see in Waterdeep, the ones that are used to indicate like you know, this house is a good mark, or this business sells or will buy illicit items, all that kind of stuff. And this one seems to be a warning of a trap. And based on what you're reading, you think the trap is sort of at this T junction that is up ahead of you.
Yeah. I'm gonna draw the sign in my notebook really quickly.
Okay. I think knowing that, I don't think you need to make a perception check. I think you can see it. It it's very cunningly hidden, and you're not sure that anyone in your party would have noticed it had you not looked for the symbol and found it. And it seems to be a trap that would it looks magical in nature, although you can avoid it quite easily just by not standing there. There's sort of one just at the foot of this bridge as you go to cross, and one on the other side of the bridge here. Um, oh, sorry, yes, I'm pinging and I'm on the wrong layer again. So yeah, I'll put a little mark on the map actually with my little pen tool. So one there and one on the other side. And it looks like what it would do is trigger the bridge to fall in.
Oh,
And so it's probably on a delay. You'd cross, you'd cross the bridge would fall, you'd end up in the water. And presumably there's more to it than that. Actually, with your investigation, you do notice that there are things swimming in the water.
thank you. I was actually planning on jumping in the water until you pointed that out. Oh God, there's so many reasons.
Should we trigger the trap to draw the ruffians out? Then point me in the direction, and I shall reach for vengeance.
Get hit a lot.
That too.
So which direction do we think they went? You know. Oh, sorry, I'm right behind you still, just invisible. I mean, do we think they would have gone the way that the traps are? Because why would you trap something that isn't protecting anything? So probably follow the traps, and you'll find the thing that the traps are supposed to guard. Oh God, ew, ew, ew. I will do the same.
Okay. So avoiding the bridge, you guys.
Sorry. I've got 15 minutes left and I'm going to use every goddamn second of it.
Okay, yeah. You give me another perception check, please, or investigation, pardon me. You don't see anything at this junction up ahead. There is a little wall sconce right here, with a torch that is glowing. It looks like it might be like it looks like a regular torch, which is a little bit weird down in a sewer having light, and having it like it's still burning. Someone's clearly been down here and lit it. It doesn't look like an ever burning torch or anything like that. So it's a little bit strange to see, but is perhaps an indicator that you're going in the right direction.
Yes.
Okay.
Um, I just want to check out the torch and make sure it's not like one of those things where you turn the handle and it's like a secret wall, you know?
So yeah, you go up to the torch, and you give it a little look. Give me an investigation, please.
Oh, good. 17.
Okay. The bad news is that there there's nothing, there's no levers or anything like that with the torch. You pull it, you twist it, and nothing happens. The bad news is you have attracted some poisonous snakes,
No,
and
no, no.
they come out of the walls, hissing and moving towards you. And I
I'm
need everyone
invisible.
to
Don't look at me.
initiative. I also need everyone to just roll me a quick nature check, please.
Nature.
I see.
I don't know shit about snakes.
So Eva does apparently. Eva, you've seen these types of snake before as kept as like pet snakes, or sometimes they are milked for their venom. Um, that's what I was thinking. That would make sense that you would know them from that for that reason. And it's weird that they're down here. They're not native to this area. It's strange that they are down here unless this is another kind of trap in its own right. But that being said, here goes the battle music. And here goes my first swarm of poisonous snakes that is going to come crawling out of the wall and attack you, Eva, being as you are right there.
Sorry.
Oh yeah, they can't see. They can't see Cora. Yes, you're gonna have to remind me she's invisible like every 30 seconds.
I wonder if there's yeah, like the.
That's a good idea. Yeah, put a little.
I will
marker on
put the bleeding eyeball.
it. Okay. So the snakes lunge out towards you, but you are able to dodge back out of the way, Eva, and it is your turn.
Ninja mask. Oh yeah. I'm not blind. Nope.
Nice. Yes, your psychic blade will hit, and because it is psychic damage, it bypasses the resistance of the snakes, which is excellent. You do 5 points of psychic damage. Yes, 22 is going to hit, so you can add your sneak to that.
Ooh, nailed it.
All right. Hal, across the way there, you see Eva and Cora fighting these snakes. What do you do?
Hal will
Oh, yeah.
take a step here and then take a running jump across the chasm. He lifts his greatsword over his head as he does so, and he's going to try to bring it down on the snakes.
Awesome.
For a 25.
Oh, yeah. That one's going to hit. Absolutely. And we might have. So 16
And it's going to be 18 damage because I get to pick between the two.
Damn.
Oh, right. Okay, so 18, so that will be 9 points of damage. As they are resistant to slashing. So you bring your sword down. Some of the snakes move out of the way, but you chop a good few in half. The swarm of snakes is looking less like a swarm and more like a few snakes.
And that is my turn.
Alrighty. Invisible Cora.
Okay, I would like to, hoping they can't see me, jump across the river.
Whoop. They cannot see you, so no opportunity attack is provoked.
Wonderful. And then, god damn it, I will break my invisibility like a fucking loser. And I will just cast Toll the Dead on the. Yeah, because I cast a spell. Yeah, if you cast if you deal damage or cast a spell. So wisdom save from the snakes.
Okay, which group of snakes are you aiming at here?
The already injured one.
Gotcha. Wisdom save is 12. Your DC is 13.
Yeah, so they take 11 necrotic damage.
How do they die?
There's like a little sound of kind of like very faint church bells that go off. And then they all just kind of like start bleeding out of their eyes and then keel over.
Okay, cool. Anything else, Cora? Any other movement?
I'm just gonna. No, I'm good there. I don't want to sneak past Turnip.
Okay. We will end your turn then, and Turnip, you are up.
Alright. Bonus action summon my mighty hammer, and I say, that's a good idea. And I'm gonna toll the dead, the one right next to the one that just pile of snakes that just died.
Ooh.
Double whammy here.
8 or 8. Alright, it takes 8.
Alright. It will take 8. Yeah.
Yeah, that's me. I ain't gonna get. I'm not getting near those.
And yours is radiant.
Yeah.
Alright, this swarm of snakes. I don't think they're smart enough to understand where the Toll the Deads are coming from. No, they're not. They have intelligence. So I'm not telling you what their intelligence is, but they're not
I
smart
hope
enough.
not.
So this one is going to come over here. It's going to crawl all over Hal. They do have to like get into your space to attack, but I'm just moving them back so that I can manipulate tokens more easily. So Hal, these are attacking you. They swarm all over you, trying to get into your armor and attacking you. Ooh, and they will get you with a 23. So it will be 7 points of piercing damage. And you need to make me a con save, please. 13 is enough, so it will only be 7 points of poison damage. And that's going to end their turn. And this one, I think this one's going for Hal too. Sorry, Hal.
This is par for the course.
I feel like I'm almost
does.
beating him up. That one is also a half HP, so it's this one. 16 to hit.
Does not hit.
Oh, darn it. Alrighty. Oh, and those ones are dead. Alright, Eva, you're up. Okay. Nice. You sure do. So you can pile your sneak on there. Nice. Excuse me. Lemon is not going to do it, no.
We all just leave Hal up front to get the shit kicked out of him. Yeah, he's good at it.
Hal does. It means I'm doing my job right.
Yeah.
I put myself between the squishies and the enemies.
Listen,
Except
you take the
Cora
fights, I'll
is
keep you
just
on
as
your feet.
tanky as I am.
You don't know that.
I know that. Yeah,
AC 17, baby.
She's also got more
Hal's gonna
health.
swing at the one that is not injured currently for an 18.
Oh my god, Chris, you're hitting. I'm so thrilled.
I know. It's amazing. Sorry, did that hit?
That did hit, yes.
For 15 slashing damage.
Nice. Okay, so it will take half.
Some time in the slammer really did wonders for your rolls, huh?
Apparently, it wasn't dice jail, it was just Hal jail.
Yeah.
All right, Cora,
I will just.
we'll have to turn that off.
Because we haven't rested since our fight earlier, right?
No.
So I am low on everything. So I will just toll the dead. The back group of snakes that's more injured.
Okay. Here comes my wisdom save. 10 is not enough.
All right, so 7 necrotic damage.
Nice. They wither and die, twisting. Their bodies twisting and writhing.
Good there.
Yeah, you good there? Okay, so if you select your token, you can hit that end turn button when you're ready to.
Oh, right. Yep. Sorry.
And Turnip is up.
I'll do the same and try to finish off that bunch of snakes.
Alrighty.
Or take 9.
I'm getting practice with my wisdom saves here, and I keep failing. 9 points of damage. Oh, there's one snake left.
Oh no.
It's wiggling all around.
Alright, well, yeah. That's all I got.
These snakes, these are all in house space. They're crawling all over him right now. Both sets of snakes. Well, the set of snakes and the one. So here I go with my attack. Oh, it's a crit.
Oh my god.
Oh, and it has more than half HP. So I'm gonna have to. I rolled the wrong one. I'm just gonna roll that so that I can roll the damage. So 3, 7, so 10 piercing damage.
Oh my god, make that con save for the love of God.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna matter. I'm down to 8 at the moment.
Oh no. Have I done it again? Okay. So 12 plus 23. I rolled so well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's gonna take you, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I'm down. I am at 0.
That'll end Snake's turn. This swarm of snakes is gonna come for. Actually, just kind of around the corner from them. I think they're actually gonna go across this bridge.
No.
Climb on top of Turnip. And these are the ones with half HP or less. 9 is not going to hit you though, Turnip. I'm just going to move them over here just so that we can access tokens, but they are on top of you. That will end their turn. Eva, you are up. Okay. "13 will not hit it either. That one will. I mean, it's overkill. How did it not hit one snake? Awesome. Okay. Okay. All right. Hal, first. Oh no.
Oh no.
You're
The
just gonna
rolls
give
have
me
come back. We've
No,
come
no.
full circle.
mutations. All right. Hal is the poison is, you can actually see it like dark veins rising up Hal's neck from the poison. And it does not look good for him. Cora.
I will. Fuck. Okay. I will. I did not take healing word. I only took your wounds. Gods. Okay. I will. Oh, Al, this should mean a lot for you. I will jump back across the river and scoot over to Hal, and I will lean down and I will put my hands on him and kind of like, I'm really weak, but I'll attempt to like pull him to his feet as I cast Cure Wounds and say, no, you're not done yet. We still need you. On your feet. And I will heal him for 7.
Oh, nice.
All right, I'll roll another d8. I really have to check and update things. So take 5 more. Up. Okay, good. I don't want to die. That's it.
All right,
All
turn
right.
up.
I'm perfectly okay with not touching poop snakes. Wisdom worse, take 10.
Oh,
You take 10.
10. The poop snakes are not doing so well.
Yeah.
Not the poop snakes.
Hope everybody got a tetanus shot.
It is currently their turn. How many HP do they currently have out of? They're still above half, so there's. I think they're gonna go for Cora.
They're swarming me. Come on, they're still on my corpse.
Well, no, because they moved off of your corpse and we're moving towards Turnip.
What if they
I thought
didn't?
The ones,
The one
I
did.
thought the ones
No, they
across
are.
the
They're still
way went after
Hal.
Turnip.
The other one moved. All right, here we go, Hal.
That's what I'm here for. Yeah, that hits.
Oh no, Hal! No, Hal! Oh, you can survive this.
It's a big maybe. Let's see.
If you make a save, you're so strong.
Okay, so 6 piercing and 7, which will keep you up.
Hal!
Nope, I'm down. I'm
Oh,
down.
no.
I only had 12 HP.
Oh, damn
Fuck.
it. I'm so sorry.
I'm gonna change my character's name to Yo-Yo.
That's what we call you now.
It's because you're the only tank. You're just like.
Yeah, no one else here has high AC.
Yeah. Yeah. 15 will hit. Nice. And somehow even manages to hit, even with juggling on a cat. Eva, how do you kill him? Awesome. The body. Okay. And that will take us out of combat.
Thank you.
Nice. All right, so Hal, you're back up. Oh, turn off battle music, Kirsty. All right, there we go. So Hal, you wake up groggily. You're feeling really sick from that poison, and there's just like a bunch of dead snakes lying around you.
It tastes like I was on a bender.
Oh gods. Okay. I'm gonna just like awkwardly pat him on the shoulder. Thank gods for you. And your weird obsession with being hit.
I don't enjoy it, but it's
I
how I
don't know if
protect my
I
compatriots from being hit.
Well, much appreciated either way. You're
And
quite
I will
good at
use
getting
my lay
hit.
on hands to get some health back.
Okay.
Now, I believe we were down here searching for, I don't know, somebody who was causing problems. It wasn't the snakes, was it? Could it just be the snakes and we can leave it all alone?
That would be nice.
As you move forward, Eva, you notice that there's this small child. Looks like that little boy you saw in the market, peering at you around the corner there. And when he sees you, he like dodges back and like kind of flattens himself against the wall there.
All right. I'm going to go fight a child?
Yes, please.
Nice.
You pop around the corner, and when you do, the child is not there, but you just see him running around the edge of this corner here, and you can hear his little footsteps as he runs.
Circle? All right. Okay. Let's go,
Okay.
boys. Come on. We're not done.
Well,
Oh.
so Eva, as you pop around the corner here, it is a dead end, but there's a little hole in it, and the kid squeezes through, and he turns around, and he sticks his head back through, and he sticks his tongue out at you, and then he disappears in the rubble.
Okay, I'm going to jump the bridge.
Okay, you hear splashing sounds coming down that hallway from the water.
All right, I'm going to flatten up against the wall and actually I'm going to if Hal's right next to me, I'm going to quietly whisper and ask him to get ready to grab the kid.
And Hal is definitely ready to grab whatever you tell him to grab.
Grab whoever comes around the corner as long as it's not Ava.
Okay, you hear clambering sounds and wet footprints, wet footsteps.
Shit. Which way we go? This way?
Back
Yeah,
the way we came in north.
this way over here.
This way?
Yeah.
Huh.
So you hear sounds moving away from you, Cora.
Oh, he's moving away. Okay. I'm going to peek my head around the corner.
Yeah. Go ahead and peek your head around. You have to move your token all the way to be able to see, I think.
Okay.
You see the kid, he's headed in this direction. And then he disappears in this little hallway here. And you lose sight of him.
Okay, I'm going to telepathically tell Eva. He's gone around a corner, up another hallway. He was in the water. Ew. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try to hug. Can I walk on the lip of this, or do I have to go in the water?
So it's very slippy. You can try and walk on the edge of it. You'll have to make me a dex check to not go in the water.
I mean, I might as well try.
Sure.
I'm gonna cast guidance on myself, first of all. Guidance, just a dex check.
Yes, please.
Come on, bitch. Don't go in the water. 15 plus guidance.
D4.
18.
Yeah, you have no problem. You scurry along the edge of that. You don't like touching the walls. It's a little bit slimy and gross, but
Ew, ew,
it's the worst.
ew. Ew, ew, ew. That's all Eva's telepathically getting. Ew, 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 ew. Oh god. Ew, ew, ew. Disgusting. Fellas, this way, please. I don't want to be in front. Ew, ew, ew.
Can I argue athletics if I do the like hands on the opposite wall, feet on the wall behind me, and inching down?
Yes,
I will
totally
attempt an
can.
athletics roll to make
Oh
it
wait,
do.
no, it's
Nope, not
there's
good anyways.
I know. There's rubble here. It's cut off. I think he's going to find another path.
So Hal falls into the water,
Yep.
and Hal, when you do, something swims towards you.
Oh no.
But what it is, you'll have to wait for next session to find out because we don't have time to finish that battle now.
Is doo doo.
I found the poop
Yeah,
snake.
it's just a big poop.
It's a big poop snake. So I think this is where we are going to save game, and we will pick up next week with the creature that is swimming towards Hal.
Just a big old
attack.
chocolate monster.
Yeah,
And
it's just unfathomable disease heading your way.
it's just germs. Roll Constitution.
Oh, Hal's in the poop water.
Can't wait for Hal to reach a level where, like, you know, paladins get to be immune to a whole bunch of diseases and shit.
Oh my
It'd
god,
be
yeah.
nice.
Yes. Yes. As if I have enough ways to kill you right now without adding diseases to it, right?
Yeah, just keep hitting him because he just stands there like an idiot.
Stands there like a meat shield. Like a meat shield.
Yeah, what I need is a bunch of money so I can get better armor.
I will pool to help you. It is important to all of us that you are beefy.
Problem is, Hal keeps spending his money on stupid shit like betting on people who don't exist.
And our great lawyer.
Well, yeah, I mean, he saved our butts. As far as Hal concerned, he was the lifesaver. Now he's going to help save that other gentleman's life that Hal got arrested for nothing.
So we are good to play next week. Yeah, it's the week after that that we're gonna have to skip. Is that right?
I'm just double checking. Yeah, the 22nd. So I'm good to play on the 15th.
All right.
Okay. So we are
Sounds
all set
good.
to play on the 15th. We will skip the 22nd and then meet again, I guess, on the 1st. Awesome. Thank you for that.
All right. Good games.
Good game,
Yeah.
everyone. Talk to you all.